We are recording now. So, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the channel. We are with Bayou Shuga Garden, and she's going to introduce herself to us now.
Good morning. Good morning.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Bayou Sugar. My channel name is Bayou Sugar Garden. Some people call me Sugar. Some people call me Bayou. Either or, it's fine with me. I am native from Louisiana, born and raised. I
Nice,
have
nice.
two, yes, two teenage boys. So I'm a teenage boy mom on top of sports basketball mom. Both of them play basketball. So I'm always on the go. And I love gardening, cooking, and that's basically it. Yeah.
Yep. So, we also have a girl and two boys. Our boys are also in sports, so that explains why your weekends are jam packed. I can
Yes.
I can understand that now. It doesn't stop ever. It's just year
Never.
round.
Never.
Um, So, how did you get into what you're doing? Do you mainly do gardening? Is that your main concentration?
Yes, my main concentration is gardening, and I got into it because I always wanted to start my own garden or do something with gardening, but I never grew up with it. I grew up around it. I had a neighbor when I was younger next to my grandma. Their family had a garden, and when I was little, I used to watch them walk down from their backyard to the garden, which was like a couple of houses down in an open field, and it just
Hmm.
looked interesting. So
Right.
since then, I think that planted the seed, and I wanted to garden since then. Just never had anybody to like show me or nobody to mimic behind. So
Right.
as I got older, the urge became stronger, and I got on YouTube one day and saw a bunch of people doing it. I was like, wow! And then they were easily accessible, like I could talk to
Right.
them, chat with them. So I'm like, well, I can do this. So that's what started me when I saw other people doing it, and I had access to people that could help me throughout the journey. So I decided to jump in and get it done.
And then it just keeps snowballing
Snow,
from there. You
yeah,
just you just keep on going.
all the
Um,
time.
how long have you been gardening for?
I started off on my own since 2016, but I started off like as in containers. But even before then, I was like mentally assessing my yard, like looking at to see what side I needed to plant on, looking at the sun and the weather and how the rain, like my yard, I have two open spaces on side of my house. Like on the left side, it's lower ground, so it floods on that side whenever we have a huge downpour. But on the right side, it's higher and it's full sun.
Right.
So it took me years to figure that out. And then I have a backyard which is full sun, ooh, plenty of grass and doesn't flood. But I was like, I think I'd rather do it on the side. So when
Yeah.
I about 2012 to 2016, I was assessing it, and then 2016 I decided to do the pots because I was afraid to just jump out and go into the yard, and I didn't want to mess up the yard.
I understand. That's kind of how we started out too. Is everything was in container where we could move it around. I spent so many years moving stuff around to find the best spot in the sun,
Yeah.
and now I'm just like, you know what? We're gonna throw it in the ground and hope for the best. It's
Yes.
you stop worrying about it so much after a little while. I think.
Yeah.
Um. Now we say the current concentration is pretty much gardening. Do you do a lot of canning with your stuff that you grow?
Right now, I don't because for a while I had been afraid of canning. Um,
Hmm. I think
but I
that's normal.
Yeah, I've been inspired by a couple of gardeners on YouTube. Seeing them do it is giving me courage to do it. So that's one of my goals this year for 2024 is to get into canning and learn how to be more confident and not afraid when I do it. So
Yes. we were terrified. I was scared for a long time, and then one day I was like, you know what? We started off with water bath canning because
Yeah.
it's more of your safer stuff.
That's what everybody said. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I went into pressure canning. I have it, but I got an electric pressure canner, and
Okay.
it has made my nerves so much better. Now listen, I did the afterpay. It's like $20 a month because those things
Yeah.
are expensive.
Who you telling me? Oh
I know
God.
I was not putting that all out at once, so
Hmm.
I finally paid it off after a year of $20 a month. But I have no complaints,
Right.
and I love it. I'm not worried about it exploding. And I always tell people if you're scared of pressure canning, it might be something to think about.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, consider it
So
a tool. You know, not
yeah.
not a fun thing. Um,
I'm gonna
last
get.
night, last night on the live, I
Uh-huh.
saw that you entered for hatching eggs. Is that something you looking to get into?
Yes. Yes. Vay has got me excited about quail. Just hearing her talk about it is like, oh, I want quail. I definitely want to get into the livestock portion
Mhm.
of homesteading, and her advice to me was, start with quail. That's the easiest thing that I can start with. And
Right.
so I definitely want to do that, and rabbits and chickens. Oh man. I saw Black's Tropical Garden. It's a
Mhm.
YouTube.
We love them. We love them.
Man, Sherry and those rabbits, the way she just hold them look like
Uh-huh.
babies.
Yes, yes, we love them. We've been following them for quite some time.
Yeah,
Well, you let me know when you have an incubator, and I'll send some quail eggs your way. So you just let me know
yes.
when you're ready.
I'll definitely reach out to you guys. That's my
Yeah,
goal too for
yeah.
this year. I got a lot of things I'm working on.
So, what are some of your goals? Livestock, expanding garden, canning.
Yes, livestock, expanding the garden canning, and I really want to delve into herbs, medicinal
Mhm.
herbs a little bit more.
Right.
Being that I have a medical background, I'm a nurse,
Really.
so yes, and
And
so
I mean, that's going to be super helpful for you getting into herbs because there's so much that people don't research when
yes,
it comes to using herbs as medicine. And so that's going to be a great background for you. I'll be
yes,
following to see what you have for me because
definitely. I
it's
really interested, and then I'm looking like if things was to go left or whatever,
mhm,
using medical background,
right.
combining what I'm learning for gardening, it will be a tremendous help, not only to my family, but whatever
To your
community.
community. Right, right. Do you do any prepping?
That's why I want to get into canning so that I could start doing that part of prepping. I do the doing the small stuff, like as far as getting medical supplies
Mhm.
for prepping, but on the larger scale, haven't done that yet.
Yeah, we not bunker type preppers.
Right.
But we have this on hand. We figured it out one day that probably what we have here and what we can produce, we can probably
Yeah.
go a year easily just on our property. I think having skills and knowledge is like the
Yeah.
biggest thing to collect. You know, that's
Definitely is. Yeah, I think right now, without just being on a larger scale, yeah, we're probably about a year on survival. Yeah.
yeah. And I mean that's a good place to be
Hmm.
considering, you know, if we have any toilet paper shortages again.
Right.
So
So that's why I need some comfrey. So if I run out,
yes, yes. That I don't grow any comfrey here, and that's something that I want to add in to what we
yeah,
grow here. We just
me too.
haven't yet. We always have 20 projects going at a time. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I'm a little ADD, so it's hard to just focus. When I catch a hold of something, I really catch hold of it, and I just go
Yeah,
all.
yeah. You have to learn all the things all at once. I
Yes.
totally understand. Um, if
You
you
know
were
this well.
well, listen, you have the quail hookup. I will send them to you when you are ready. You let me know. The
Yes.
hatching eggs will be on the way. Um, what if you were going to start all over again? Is there anything you would do differently?
Yes, I would start sooner. I think I let my fears, delay me a lot. So I would definitely start sooner than later. And I would try to be a little bit more organized. Like this year with my garden in ground, I basically just threw seeds on the
Mhm.
ground and everything is growing everywhere. So
Some
I
of
think,
that chaos gardening.
yes, that's what I have right now, a chaotic garden. So again, on my list for this year is to, reorganize my garden and be a little bit more organized. And I think I would save a lot of seeds that way. I think I waste, well, not think, I know I wasted a lot of seeds this year just throwing stuff out there waiting for it to grow. So that's what I would do differently. I'd be a little bit more organized and start earlier.
Right, right. That makes sense. If you were going to give some advice to somebody who's just starting out in any of the homesteading, the prepping, the gardening, what would that be?
Let's see. Oh, it's a bunch. It's a bunch. But the main thing would be to start. Go ahead and start, and don't let your fears or apprehensions prolong you from starting. Because you can work things out as you go, and even when you start, it's always going to be something that you don't know and something that you can learn. It's always going to be a learning process, and to never give up. Like I tried to grow carrots for a while. For a couple of times in the pot, I wasn't successful. First time I dropped seeds in the ground in the garden, I wasn't successful, but I didn't stop. And
Mhm.
today, I have carrots growing in my garden.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Carrots are hard.
Yes, that's what everybody was saying. I was like, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. My ADD, OCD, a little bit. I had to. I'm gonna make it happen.
Right?
So I researched and I learned and I found out how to do it. And today I have carrots. So don't give up.
Nice.
Keep going and find you somebody or some people that you can talk to, positive people that you can talk to that have done it and been doing it so that you can ask them for advice because gardening is not something that you can do alone at all.
No, no. And especially people in your area. Like
Yes,
they know about people who have been gardening, they'll know your climate, they'll know these little special hints about growing in the area that you live in. You know,
definitely.
especially I think Louisiana, we have some special tricks that you need to actually get
Yeah.
past the bugs and the heat and the humidity and
Lord. But
people look at us like we're crazy because we hurry up and get our tomatoes in the ground as soon as we can. But
yes.
when the heat comes, we're dealing with bugs and blight and the drought, and we're not going to get anything if you wait too long. You
I
know?
learned that the hard way this past season. I started, I want to say I put tomatoes in the ground in maybe like June and it was already hot.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't get any. I didn't get any.
But if you would have waited till August, you would have had those good fall tomatoes. You
Yes.
know, we have two growing seasons. I guess is
Yeah.
you know we have those 4 days of freezing. We have the scorching summer, and then we have everything else in
In between.
between. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
minute.
And that's the thing. It wasn't like this when I was, assessing my land and weather and everything before I got started. So, even if I would have started back then, I would have not learned the things that I've learned now. So that's why I wish I would have started earlier because it's gonna always change.
Right, right. But
Hey,
I think now that we have so much more information accessible, like you said, we
yes,
can look it
that
up on YouTube. We can find all of it. I don't think it was
right.
quite as accessible years
No,
ago.
it
You
wasn't.
know, I was chit chatting with somebody from Norway today, and as an '80s kid, I was like, "This is wild." You know, this is
Yeah,
wild. As an '80s kid, that wasn't.
that is so cool.
Yeah, I think YouTube's great.
Yes, when
I
I
think it's
see
a great
someone
resource.
in my chat, I'm like, oh my god, you're from where?
Exactly, exactly. It's amazing. And you always have live chats on your channel. That's
Yeah.
so is that the only place we can find you is on YouTube, or do you have a Facebook page or
do I only have Bayou Sugar on YouTube. Now I started I
Let
do
me
have
show.
Facebook Bayou Sugar on Facebook. That was at that time when I started that page, I did what was I was selling pecan candy.
Mhm.
So it was the business
Those
name.
pecan candies are good. I don't. Those
Oh,
are
I
good.
love it. I love it. So I
Let's
started
see.
that Facebook page when I was doing that, but then I stopped the garden because my sons have me rolling and pecan candy. It takes time. You have to stand there, and
Right,
so
right.
um shut that down for a little bit. But I share my garden journey a little bit on the Facebook page to let those people know that at some point I'll be combining. But basically, right now it's just
If we
YouTube.
want to see the most, we're gonna go to your YouTube page.
Yes, yes, yes. Right here, my
There
YouTube.
you are. There you are. So yeah. So if you see in this, make sure you go subscribe. And I know you said you mostly jump on random lives
Yes,
whenever you have time. I know
yes.
that feeling. It's rough. It's rough when them children play sports.
It's hard, and
You-
even though they give you a schedule, it could change at the last minute. Just like today, we were supposed to have a game, but the weather, we're flooding
Mhm. Yeah.
basically. So
Yeah, we were supposed to have our first baseball game Saturday, but the rain, so
yeah.
that's not happening. But listen, my oldest son is a senior this year, so I'm I'm
Oh
trying to enjoy, even though I know how hectic it is. I'm trying to enjoy the last year of
no!
it,
Yeah.
and then I mean I have 10 more years before I have another senior in high school. So
Oh, you got a good space, girl.
well, we have a 21-year-old, a 17-year-old, and an 8-year-old.
Oh yeah, you spaced that good.
That's Aaron's fault. That's Aaron's fault. He was like, "We should have one more," and I'm like, "We should." And he's like, "Yes." So now we have an 8-year-old, but
Oh God. Yeah, y'all started all the way over.
we did all the way over. But he is definitely our little garden buddy. He's all in it. He's a
Well,
mess.
that was good planning for that, so he can help you at the garden. Do the older ones like to help at all?
Well, when they were younger, we had I was mostly a flower gardener when they were younger.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really do any vegetables and stuff, but we always had like chickens and goats
Oh,
and stuff when they were young. So they all capable. Our 21-year-old, she doesn't live with us anymore. She's on her own. The 17-year-old, if we need help building anything, he's your man.
oh, that's
He will
awesome.
he will help with that kind of stuff. He's not into the gardening, you know. We go to QuailCon, he can take care of everybody, but on a daily basis, no, 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 no.
Uh,
Anytime we ask for help, he's all right though. So
oh,
I can't fault them. It's
yeah.
it's a choice.
And then he's a senior. Mine's a junior. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm hoping that he stays home. I told mine, I said, when you graduate and go to college, mommy's going to college too.
I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking about it. I'm like, it's not too late to go back to school, but I don't know. This takes up so much time, and
Yes.
ah, it takes up
Yeah.
so much time. I don't know,
It,
but
no,
it's
I'm
okay.
I'm not going back to school to go. I'm going to just follow him. I'm going to move
You're
to
gonna move with.
yes. Yes, I'm going to move and I'm going to be in the city cuz I'm I know he's going to play basketball and I don't want to watch him on TV. I want to be there in the
You want to
state.
be there?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not looking forward to senior night. I'm not looking forward to that. That one's gonna be a hard one. That one's
Yeah.
gonna hurt my heart. But
Bring
they grow up, and all you do is you just hope that you did a good job with them,
yeah,
and that's all you can do.
that's all you can do. That's all. I had an aunt tell me when I first had him. She was like, and this was the best advice she gave me. She was like, when they are little, they're on your lap, but as they get older, they're on your heart. And I didn't understand that until he got older. I was like, yeah,
You understand?
yeah, I understand it now. He tugs on my heart a lot now
Yeah.
because not on my lap. I can't protect him and everything. all we can do is hope that what we put in them, will take them the rest of the way.
Yep, yep. I totally get that. I totally get
Yeah.
that. It was an adjustment once our oldest moved out because, you know,
Yeah.
it's an adjustment. It is. It's hard. I cried for weeks when she moved out
I
because it
understand.
was just you'll see in not long.
And then she's a girl, so yes.
Yes,
Oh,
yes. So it is what it is, though. Like you said, what we put in is what goes out into the world, and we can just hope for the best.
yeah.
Oh, gosh. Well, I think that is all our questions. Do you
Okay.
know? Do you know if you'll be doing a live anytime soon? Do you have any
Yes,
plans for him?
doing one this Saturday. We'll be continuing our medicinal herbs
Okay.
series. So we're gonna talk a little bit at the beginning, and then we're actually gonna make things. So that'll be this
Oh,
Saturday
nice.
at 6. So we're gonna make cough syrup, we're gonna make vinegar, and tea bags or sachets, whichever one they
Hmm.
wanted. So based on the herbs that we've been talking about and they study, we're gonna do that
Oh,
live.
good.
Invite people from the chat to come up and do it with me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow, that'd be nice. I'll be
Yeah.
there watching because I was there the other day whenever you started discussing them. So I'll be following up with you on
Okay.
that because I enjoyed that. You can never learn too much when it comes to herbal
Ne-
medicine.
never,
Never.
never.
And there's just a treasure trove of information. Just make sure.
Ooh,
I
it's
always tell everybody, just do your research. Make sure you're getting good research in. You
right.
know. All right. Well, I'm gonna post your link to your channel in the comments, the description. That
Okay.
way, everybody can head over. If they don't follow you already, they can go follow you now.
Come and follow me.
Woo! Yes, the fellow Louisiana gardener can't
Yeah.
go wrong. I was laughing last night because somebody on that live said she was gonna need a translator since it was two people from Louisiana. I'm like,
We're not that bad.
the accents are strong, but you know,
Right.
I feel like we're understandable
Yes, we
as
are.
long as you don't throw the random French words in, then we'll be all
Right.
right.
Like what?
I've had a few people look at me on the side like this, and I'm like, "Ooh, sorry, you don't know what that means."
Hmm.
But
They just
that was
you just
good
gotta
speaking.
give them the basics. They know lanyap and buku. They don't know nothing
Right,
else.
right. You start giving a boudic, they like, "What are
Right.
you talking about?" It is what it is. We know, we know.
Right.
I enjoyed our talk today. Uh,
Yes,
I made it through without having, an anxiety attack because we on YouTube, but
you did good.
you did
Real
well.
good.
You're a natural, so
Oh,
you
it took time. It took time, but thank you.
you're natural. So I'll be over on your chat Saturday, and I'm glad that we managed to make it without any interruptions from the rain.
Yes, because it's thundering right now. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Well, you stay safe, stay
You
dry.
too. And tell Aaron I said hello. Kiss the
I
kids.
surely will. I'm sure he's gonna watch this as soon as it's up.
I was
All
watching.
righty, my dear. You have a good one.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.